I bet they were like, most affordable, most economical, as opposed to cheapest. A handful of movies to talk about today, but once again, none of them expected to be blockbusters. In fact, the biggest new movie that's out may be streaming. Movie reviewer Greg Russell joins us for Real Talk. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Jason.
So let's talk about what may be the biggest movie of the week. It's on Disney Plus, the live-action version of Pinocchio with Tom Hanks.
Right. It's a retelling of the story we all know, but like you said, live action. And Tom Hanks, I mean, always just makes things better. But it's a story about how he wants a son, and so he makes his own, and all of a sudden a fairy comes down, boom, and turns the puppet into life.
All right, we are looking at that very thing happening. The first time he sees him, he freaks out. There's Jiminy Cricket. I got not to be a party pooper, but I just, there's no appeal here for me, other than kind of seeing a scene with Tom Hanks as Geppetto. I'm not really into it.
Yeah, it's more so, I mean, again, it's for the kids, but one thing they need to do, it's almost close to 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
So cut it down, like we say, most kids' movies are 90 minutes.
Okay, well, how many reels for this?
We give it a 4. But there's one thing that is missing from it, and I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, why not now?
I can't, that'd be the biggest.
All right, next up, the trilogy installment of the Clerks series. This is the third outing from Kevin Smith, and this is one of those cult classic things that if you know, you know.
Right, and Kevin definitely knows. I got to talk with him about this movie, and he talked about just what it was about and also about life. Here we go.
This just had to be like the best family type reunion with you and everybody getting together. I mean, talk a little bit about that, just getting everybody on the set.
It was an absolute good time. Like we started shooting on my 51st birthday.
Oh.
So I got to be back where I started my career and at the same store that I used to work at when I was a kid and dream about what my future would be like. So if I was ever bound for like a midlife crisis, I think I ameliorated it completely. With this fantasy camp of a shoot. I used to read about people pay thousands of dollars to go ice skate with Wayne Gretzky, get on the ice with their hero and stuff, fantasy camp type stuff. People do it with baseball players. This was my version of it, but my fantasy camp didn't involve anyone else. It was like, let's go back. Let's go back to where it all began. Let's go back to the past. Let's do a reset. Let's tell a story that tells the story of our lives. It's not just our characters, it's me as well. So it was bliss. Got to do it with friends that I've been making things with for nearly 30 years. Brian and Jeff, Jason, Marilyn. These were the co-architects of my entire future. I made Clerks with them and being back in New Jersey at the Quick Stop, making it with them again years later, sometimes standing in the same places and saying the same things we did 29 years prior.
Okay, I got to think that all those people he name-checked who aren't him are probably begging him to make more of these so they can have an income. But
Right.
How many reels?
I think I gave this one a 3.5 or 4 as far as a Clerks movie. If you didn't see the first one or the second one, you probably won't see this one on its own because you'd have to see the first to know what's going on.
And the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, that was an entirely different movie.
Different movie, but same characters, yeah.
All right, now we have Bruce Willis and Kevin Dillon teaming up for an action flick. We know the story about how Bruce Willis will be on the poster, but he's only in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is this one of those?
Yeah, and because this is, unfortunately, Bruce's last movie. And it's all about this guy, Kevin Dillon. He plays a government agent who goes into this room where he's got to stop these people from wanting to blow up the world. And I made the joke with Kevin because I interviewed him a month ago where, again, he was in a high-rise building talking to computer screens. And here's what he had to say about doing that.
And I was just thinking about the last time we did talk to each other. You're in a high rise, you're behind computer screens, and all types of weird stuff is going on.
Yeah.
And with this one, I'm thinking, Kev, what is it about movies and high rises with computer screens for you? But no, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, there is some similarities, right? At least this time I wasn't stuck in a seat. The hot seat kind of limited my movement. I was able to walk around the room in this one.
Right.
There are those similarities, and they were also 7-day shoots, both of them.
Oh.
So another one of those really, but I'm so happy the way this turned out. It looks great. It moves, and the acting is really solid. Both of these movies are great, and they're completely different. The scripts are different, but the situation for the actor, acting with a screen, there's nothing on that screen. It's a blank screen. You got to use your imagination again. You're not acting with other actors. They're all on the phone. So it's kind of tricky. It's a tricky thing to do as an actor.
It's got to be so much fun and a thrill as an adult and as an actor to somewhat, live out some of those situations that you might have thought about as a kid.
Oh, no doubt. It is fun. And I've done a bunch of war movies and a lot of cool action movies. And at one stage, as I'm doing a firefight, we're shooting it out with these guys, and I look over and there's Bruce Willis right next to me. I'm like, look at that. What am I doing? This is so cool right here. I'm in a shootout, me and Bruce taking out the bad guys.
So this would be I'm assuming on the level of a straight to DVD, straight to video kind of thing.
Type of thing.
Low budget.
Right.
They said they shot it in 7 days. How much do we see of Bruce Willis in the movie?
Actually, you see.
How many minutes?
Maybe 15 or so like that. Because obviously Kevin's the star. So he's the main one.
Right.
And Bruce will come in from time to time, but he is on longer at the end.
All right, cool. How many reels?
That one a 3, because like you said, it's the nice little middle popcorny type movie.
All right, finally, a horror thriller called Barbarian, which is based here in Detroit. And we're getting into that time of year when I feel like we'll be seeing a lot of these types of movies.
Yeah, this one deals with a young lady who comes to Detroit for a job interview. She rents an Airbnb. She gets there at night, and she doesn't realize that she isn't exactly in like the greatest place until the next morning when it's sunshine. Also, a guy had already checked in. So they wind up, he stays in the bedroom, she sleeps on the couch. Next morning, she goes out for her interview, comes back, he's disappeared, and a lot of other weird things happen. Here we go.
You go someplace and you look like in the brochure, and something looks like, some fabulous place, and you get there and it's like, this isn't working. It kind of like what happened to your character. I mean, as soon as she walked in the door or finally got in, it's like, something's up here, isn't it?
Yeah, I really loved the sequence where she goes outside the house and it's daylight and she gets to see all the houses around, and there's that kind of shot that pans and you're like, oh my God, where on earth am I? I thought that was great.
And then even thinking about your character, Justin, in the beginning when we first meet him, he's happy, he's smiling, everything's good for like 5 minutes.
Less.
Yeah.
Like 15 seconds. Yeah, he gets to be happy for about 50. I love that song too, that Donovan song. I haven't been able to stop listening to it since we shot Ricky Tikki Tavi. Yeah, it all goes downhill very, very fast. Which is fun to do. The movie could have gone many different ways, and I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what the character would have done, but the way it's written, he gets kind of captured by this thing down there. Oh, it's hard to talk about, Greg.
Right, I know. That's why we're all kind of like going around in circles. So you had on an orange hat. And
right.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I can confirm he does wear a hat.
Okay, so from Bruce Willis to Justin Long, the two of them were in Live Free or Die Hard back
There
in
you
2007. How many reels?
3.5.
Okay.
And definitely see this one if you can't with an audience. That's what makes it scarier.
That's always makes it better. Where can people see more of your stuff?
Just go to movieshowplus.com. We've got all the full interviews there, including the full 10-minute one with Kevin Smith. And also, once you sign up for our newsletter, you're also registered to get all types of prizes with our giveaways.
Movieshowplus.com. That's
It's
Tati's screensaver.
All right, Tati.
Tati, over to you.